Hello, plant community. Thanks for tuning into Full of Foliage. Pam's here creating a safe space, showing lots of grace, sharing a lot of plant care, plant hauls, planty crafts, and the occasional shopping trips. Join me so that we can become planty friends, have fun, and possibly learn and grow. Hey guys, in this season of thankfulness, in this season of being grateful, what things are you grateful for? For me, I am grateful for my family. I'm grateful for the kind friends that I have. I'm grateful for the connections that I make when I'm talking to you guys. I'm also grateful for my health. But I'm also grateful for certain plants that I have in my collection as well. So that's what today's video is about. I will be sharing with you guys 12 of my most thankful, grateful Hoyas that I am proud to have in my collection. Super excited to share with you. If this seems like something that you would be interested in, please show support by giving big thumbs up. Also, double check for me, you guys, to see if you are subscribed. And thank you so much in advance. So let's just jump right into it, you guys. I have a plethora of these Hoyas, and I'm going to go through them and tell you why, or talk a little bit about why I am thankful or grateful that I have them in my collection. And I feel like to start it off with a banger would be, which does not look like much, but this is going to be the reason why I'm thankful. So this is actually my Hoya Crinkle 8. I have her growing hydroponically at the moment. And I'm really grateful and thankful to have her in my collection because she could be no more. I had her as a full 5-inch lush, beautiful pot. She was infested with mealy bugs, and I was on top of my pest management with this plant, but for some reason I just could not seem to shake it off. And you know how certain Hoyas have those grooves and things that makes it a little bit more challenging with getting to them, and the infestation was just way too much. Usually, if I had like maybe 5 or 6 plants in my collection, I would have probably worked to the death with the plant. When you have a large collection such as myself, you have to make a difficult decision on whether or not to continuously to fight for this plant survival or to call it quits to save the rest of your babies. And that's what I finally had to make that painful decision of doing, because I wanted the Crinkle 8, and it took me some time to find her. So I saved what I consider to be the healthier stems, if that made sense. You guys, if you've had a strong infestation, mealybugs for some reason loved this plant. Like, I saw an infestation on this plant like I've seen on none other, honestly. And so, yeah, I had to save like the healthy leaves, which is very beautiful. This one is kind of yellowing, but I mean, she's been through so much trauma, and I just had to chop it and start over. And so far, the water is murky. I do realize that, and I probably need to switch it out. Do I switch out the water as often as I should? No, but in reality, who does? And if you do, good for you. But for me, I just don't have that time sometimes. So, but yeah, as you can see through the murkiness, you can see the roots coming out right there. So she is creating something, which is fine. Now, the next step for her, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I should just leave her in this and have her growing out like I have my beautiful Crimson Princess over here, who did not make it on the list. I'm sorry. But I'll see with the future of this plant. For right now, I'm just in rehab mode with her, and I'm just glad that she's making forth an effort by growing the roots at least. This next plant, I am thankful for just being able to find her. It's not a big specimen at all, but hopefully, knock on wood or pray to the plant gods, that I'll be able to grow her. And this is my Hoya salweeniana. Guys, I've been wanting this plant for a very long time. And first of all, it's hard to find. And then when I was able to find it, it was at ridiculous prices. And like I said, it's just certain things I'm just not willing to pay for. You know, to try to find something convenient, I would just love, or reasonable at least. But I did come across this specimen. I think I brought, this is a Jack's Jungle, like an auction plant I was able to get. But what I really love about the leaves, you guys, dang man, look at that dark, real dark green, but it has like, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, almost like a feel to it that gives me reptile vibes. And I could just see a whole full pot, or at least a trail of this. So if I can get her to grow, I was double checking because it's wobbling a little bit. And usually when it's wobble, you know, you're thinking, okay, it's not rooted, but it is rooted in there. It's just that the top is, I guess it's just heavy, but very small specimen, you guys. I'm just thankful to have her in my collection, and then I was able to find her at affordable price. This next one, you guys, I've talked about her a lot of times on this channel when it comes to Hoyas in general, and I just could not do this video without her because I do love this plant from the beginning of its journey all the way up until current state, and I just had to pay homage to it. And I'm sorry if I talk y'all to death about it, but this is what I'm thankful for. And it is my Hoya, one of them actually, Wilbur Graves, you guys. And this one is the first one that I've gotten. It took her some time to, and she wasn't a big specimen at all when I brought her. I've had her in my collection, I'd say 2 years now, and she was not big at all. She was like a little small one vine, or maybe a vine split in two, but maybe like 2-3 leaves. And she has just really, it took her a moment, honestly, to get her to start growing. But once she did, bam, she just took off. And she's been taking off ever since. And she's also been the one, because I don't think, I have my other one over here. Yeah. And which is crazy because the other one, which is funny, you guys, is not as big fast with growing as this one. But the other one is a little bit more, I think, brightly pronounced with the silver veination, with the silver color. Like, she is pronounced too. If you look at it, I mean, I love, golly, you see that? Look at that. That is gorgeous. But then I love, what's this? Look at that leaf. It's just different. I really enjoy it. And she's bloomed for me a couple of times, you guys, if you see this peduncle right here. So I'm hoping she will bloom again. And I have wrapped her around a couple of times with this small makeshift trellis, you guys. I don't know if I need to, she feels like she's deserving of an upgrade as far as the style of the trellis. But you guys, I'm just so glad that she's in my collection. I'm so glad that she's growing well for me. I'm just really happy to have her because I've been wanting her for a long time. And I had to sit and play the sitting game. You know how you sit and you wait for the prices of your favorite plant or plant on your wish list to come down, and when it finally does, you're like, oh, excited, and that plant represents that joy. And honestly, I could never see me part ways with this plant. This is like one of the plants that probably would just stay in my collection forever and ever, like, really. So this next one, you guys, is a newly acquired one I have not had in my collection, but I am thankful that I was able to find her. She's not a big specimen, of course, as Hoyas. When we look for the Hoyas that we want so much, it is hard to find them at a reasonable price with a big, full, lush pot. But I am thankful to have it nonetheless. And this is my silver, what is this, the parasitic heartleaf Hoya, I think. If I'm wrong with the name, don't chew me out, you guys. I don't have the tag, but I love the shape of the heart. I have the regular green one. It's supposed to be a splash. Now I'm looking at it right now, and she knows why I'm looking at it, because she does not grow quickly. And I might have to do something about it come next growing season. She did give me 2 leaves finally. I'm hoping that this one won't do the same. And I'm only feeling optimistic about that she won't do the same because of this long vine right here. And I'm hoping come growing season, next growing season, that she pumps it out. But you guys, I love the silverness of the leaves, but that heart shape is divine. And if I was able to be blessed enough and fortunate enough to have one stream of this, oh man. But look at that, you guys. It's just beautiful. Oh my goodness. I love it, love it. Okay. This one, you guys, I've had in my collection for 2 years. I don't even remember where I got it from. I may have gotten it from one of my favorite Etsy sellers. She's my absolute favorite, honestly. She can be a little pricey, but depending on what you're willing to spend. You already know my max limit on what I'm willing to spend on a plant, but her plants are good quality. I have not had, yeah, honestly, I just haven't had an issue with her plants. But anyway, yeah, I think I did get this from her. This is the Hoya thomsonii. This is supposed to be the white flower Hoya. And, you know, thomsonii, they have the beautiful, firm yet fuzzy leaves along with the fuzzy stem. Not sure if the camera's going to pick up that fuzz, but it has texture of peperomia and canna as far as that fuzzy feel throughout the entire plant. And she has grown for me very nicely. I just gave her a water prior to sitting her here to do this video. You know, usually sometimes when I do give my Hoyas water, I do spray them down as well as part of my attempt for pre-pest management, if that makes sense. But I really appreciate the leaves. She's not as fully compact, but she is trailing nicely, in my opinion. And she is providing me with some form of peduncles. Fingers crossed, you guys, that she actually matures and opens up. I can't remember if I've seen a bloom off of this plant or not. I may have, maybe once. And I just want to make sure that it is white. But this is, you see that? Focus. It's like starts out with this little pink. And I have another one right here. See that little one right there? But then I have one that's a little bit more pronounced. You see that? Right here. And let me show you from the side profile. So I'm really hoping that this one will open and that really none of them blast off. So outside of that as well, those 3 beginning formation of blooms, there's also little leaves that's growing on here. And I have seen other like peduncles on here. I'm trying to see if I can find one. And of course, because I'm trying to show you guys, it's hide and go seek time. But it is some peduncles on here. They're just not fully pronounced like these. So I'm really glad I have this in my collection. When I first saw it on somebody's channel, can't remember, a few years back, I instantly fell in love, and I knew I needed to have it in this collection because of the shape of the leaves and also the color. I feel like the camera is making the leaves look a little bit lighter than what they actually are. They are of a form of a dark green, but the fact that it's so firm and like surfer board hard with that softness, it just really does it for me as far as texture. So I'm definitely grateful to have this in my collection. This other one, speaking of blooms, I'm extremely grateful for having this plant in my collection because this plant has been a reliable bloomer throughout the year. No matter what type of season we are in. And I really love that about this Hoya, because it just kind of gives me that springy vibe even when we're in fall, springy vibe even when we're in winter. And I really appreciate her for that. And that is this, my, was multiflora? That was how they, yeah, multiflora Hoya, you guys. And I am a sucker for those dark green leaves. You know, I honestly feel like that for the majority of people, they probably wouldn't even be gravitating towards this plant, because the leaves is such a, what one would consider a plain Jane variety. But for me, I love this. I love, look at the, you see the lines in that and how elongated the leaves is. It comes down to this point. It's very dark green. It's just this blooms just make it seem so much more sexier in appeal. And I really, now a lot of the times she'll have a lot of them, and some of them won't make it to full bloom, and that's fine. So that's why you see the total of, it's about 6 of them right here. But if you look at the peduncle, you can see that it has bloomed many times for me, and it's actually 2 peduncles, one right here and then the other one down here. And so it just puts a smile on my face when I see that it's bloomed, the beautiful white with that striking yellow, hence the shooting star name that it definitely deserves. I am thankful for having her. Now, honestly, it's been in my opinion that it will take her some time to actually bloom, but once she does, she is very repetitive. It's a continuation of her blooming, and for that, I am just thankful. Now, this plant right here, I'm thankful for the fact that it's finally giving me growth, you guys. This is a, show you, this is a latifolia variety. Latifolia Hoyas are known for big leaves. Y'all know I love big leaf Hoyas, such as my Sarawak. And when I saw this, I said, okay, it was just sold as a latifolia species. I guess no ID right now, not sure. But when I brought her, and I think I got this from, I don't know where I got this from. I was gonna say Gardino's Nurseries, but I believe I would be lying to y'all. Anywho, wherever I got it from, it only had these 2 leaves. So this big leaf right here, look at that leaf, man. And then this one right here, this leaf that I'm holding on to now, was the only leaves that came. So, and I do know, it's been at least my experience, that with these larger leaf Hoyas, they do not grow as quickly as one would like. Or I need to figure out a way to encourage growth, but it's one or the other. But anyway, I am happy to say that all of this, the vines, as well as the new growth, I am thankful for. Finally, so she is giving me, like, this year, it's crazy. Plants do whatever they want to do when they want to do it sometimes. And it doesn't have anything to do with you or your care. Sometimes they want to stay asleep, and sometimes they want to wake up. But she finally woke up, and I'm thankful for that. And she's given me all these new leaves that you've seen. Look at that leaf right there. This one, yeah, this is the newest leaf that's came in. It hasn't even hardened off yet. I don't even know if this one feels like, it feels like it's kind of hard. I'm not sure. This one, oh yeah, this one ain't even hardened off. That's the thing. She's pumping them out like 1, 2. They're not even hardened off yet before she throws out another one. This one is still baby soft, baby touch soft too. Look at that. But I love how they look when they first come in. They super shiny. Oh man, this one too. I just looked at it. I didn't touch it. So, dang, yeah, this one is, they haven't finished getting sized up yet, you guys. And it's a total of, like I said, 4 leaves. And also these vines, you guys, was not here. So I'm grateful for the fact that it shot out vines, but also too that is gave me leaves, and I didn't have to wait forever. You know how some Hoyas will shoot out their vines and you're just looking there like fall time, like, okay, when are y'all gonna get some leaves on here? And then they finally get some leaves, but she has been doing both at the same time. So maybe that's what they'll do. Maybe she'll go through this period of giving me some good growth, and then she'll go back to sleep again for some time, be like tick tock, and then she'll wake up and maybe give me some more. But I am grateful that she is finally growing. And look at that. Oh man, look at the veination, you guys. That subtle color. Oh, gorgeous. Okay. Got a few more to go through. Okay, I am definitely glad to have this plant in my collection. I honestly thought that it would be even longer for me to find this, but I'm so glad that I have it. And I think it's becoming a little bit more readily available. At least it's been my experience from what I've seen with me doing searches online, because let's face it, you guys, the majority of my plants are online purchases. If I had to rely on these big box stores in my area, you guys, this channel would not be full of foliage. It would probably be full of pothos, because that's the only plant species that I am lucky to even see. So, but anyway, dare I say, this is the polyneura variegated, outer variegated, you guys. And she is becoming a very moderate grower. You guys, when I brought this plant, I want to make sure I'm accurate with the information I'm giving y'all. I know for a fact it had these two leaves down here. Let me take her out as she's still in its, who did I get this? Got it from Jack's Jungles. I should have known. I love that place. So these, I think this two, and probably these 4 leaves. But so far under my care, she's given me these 7 new leaves, you guys. And she's so effing healthy. I just love it. And she is another one that I will probably more than likely propagate as well in the growing season, the beginning of it, so that I can get a fuller pot, at least 2 vines growing, maybe 3. If she continuously grows like she's been throughout the winter time, then yeah, I may be able to do multiple propagations. Right now I'm seeing, I would honestly probably, since I brought this plant with the 4 leaves, I probably would cut it back to the 4 leaves and try to propagate each of these sections. So let me know if that's something y'all would be interested in watching me do. I may just do a whole separate video on the journey with this one, because that's how grateful and thankful I am to have her, and I want to expand her. Okay. Let me jump over a bit. This Hoya right here, I'm thankful to have her in my collection. A lot of small specimens I'm showing you guys, but with big impact. And this is my Hoya Variegated Hindu rope. And guys, she is a small specimen, but she was even smaller when I brought her. I have her underneath of this grow light, and she has been kind of like, I feel like she's trying to take off a little bit. I'm starting to see a little bit more steadier growth, because she didn't have she didn't have this for sure. And I feel like she didn't really have this too much, or it was closer to the base and she's starting to grow up a little bit, you guys. But I'm thankful because of the variegation. This plant has beautiful, steady variegation, in my opinion. Even the green, you see the variegation or cream color on the outside of the green, and you're getting some beautiful creaminess. This thing is beautiful. So I am really thankful for the fact that it has the variegations, because I have seen, I'm actually trying to get another one just so that I can see what I can do with it. I'm not sure. But what I've noticed though is the ones that I have been seeing has variegation, but the variegation to me be like dull. I don't know if any of y'all experienced that dull in color, dull in vibrantness of the color of the variegation. But this one right here just seems to be just so pronounced, and it just looks super happy and healthy. Now again, she is growing directly underneath of one of my grow lights, so I don't know if that's what she needs. And even though she's underneath the grow light, she's not chlorotic at all, so she really loves it, and she's starting to give me this little vine. But what I've noticed is it seems like she's just growing with stem and leaves all at the same time. So I've never seen a point of like a vine being out and then it slowly adds on. So I don't know if that would happen with this particular plant. I would have to wait for super maturity. I don't know if y'all have a mature version of that. Please share with the plant community about that piece. Thank you. Okay, I'm about to show you this Hoya. I just got it, but I'm thankful for it because I just got it and it's a good size specimen. And it's so pretty. And this is the Hoya Nova Ghost. That's right. I have the New Guinea Ghost. And I've been wanting the Nova Ghost for quite some time. But I haven't had her in my collection long, you guys. But would you look at this? You see that leaf? It's like a little, like, that is damaged, but that damage is pretty, if that makes sense. But look at that. Let me show y'all this way. You think this plant deserves to be trellised on a little trellis? I think so. Look at that. Ah, I love this plant. So glad to have her in my collection. I hope she becomes everything that I'm hoping for as far as maybe a moderate grower at least. She don't have to be a fast grower as long as she's just growing. I always get excited and have hope when I see plants with tendrils already starting or already there, because now I know I'm halfway there for the pot of lusciousness. Okay. Now this one right here, you guys, is another Jack's Jungle. I have a lot of Jack's Jungle purchases on this table now that I think about it. This is, let me take her out. Make sure I get the name right. This is my Hoya Mini Bell Splash. You guys, and I don't know if y'all was there when I did that. I think I had a big Jack's Jungle unboxing and she was part of it. And she was such a small specimen, you guys. She is really, she's grown like tremendously. Like her splash is subtle. And when you see it, it's pretty. Let me see. Is this, oh, it's another one that's like right here. But I'm not mad at it. Guys, look at the leaves though. I just love these leaves. It's so pretty. So when it gives me the subtle splashes, I'm okay with it. But guys, this thing has grown quickly. It was not trailing like this at all. And it was not full at all. So I've gotten, again, that beautiful grow light of mine. Look at that. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. Look at that. Beautiful. But she is what I would call a moderate to fast grower. She's really given me this vine, definitely this. These vines, man, it's just, she's just coming out with the vines. And I really can't see. And she is definitely, yeah, she is well rooted in this pot. At first I was wondering if I need to, look at that propagator. I'm thankful for the splashes. When you don't have every leaf that has a splash on there, I think you're more thankful for the ones that give you that. And I know a lot of people be wanting to chop it back to try to promote more of that. Sometimes, depending on the plant, for me, I just like letting the plant be what it's going to be instead of trying to force it to be something that I want it to be. And usually sometimes when you do that, they'll wind up being the best plant you've ever decided to add to your collection, if that makes any sense. Now this last one, you guys, I am in love with this plant. Also another Jack's Jungle purchase, but it was so tiny. You guys, this plant is a super fast grower. It's growing like a weed. I can't believe it. And that is my lacunosa Asami. You guys, this plant was not this size when I brought it at all, at all. It was a very little, small vine, guys. Look at this. Do you see that? And it's just, and you got this going on. And you got this going on. And you got this going on. And also, I've already, now mind you, this right here is what I've wound around this makeshift trellis. And I mean, guys, she is amazingly beautiful in my opinion. Oh my goodness. She has that beautiful creaminess like the Crimson Queen. She has the small daintiness leave of my Parasitica Black Margin, almost just slightly smaller with that. Look at that. Oh, she's dark green and she is super shiny, which is an indicator to me that she is definitely loving what I'm giving her. And look at that. Oh, look at that. Would that, should that be a necklace, you guys? Look at that. Dip it in gold. What you think? No? Yeah, maybe. I was just thinking that's kind of cool. That would be kind of cute. Anywho, oh man, I must have snapped her a little bit. Sap coming out. But I just, and you know what? I didn't do a thumbnail. Wait a minute. Thumbnail opportunity. Now, would you click on that if you saw all of this? Now, of course you did because you're seeing me now if you did. But yeah, so yeah, this is the last plant, you guys. But I had to end it with something spectacular, in my opinion. Yeah, so, and I think it's cute in this little handmade thing that I did, which was a candle, by the way. You see that? I painted that. It's kind of cute. Anyway, but yeah, these are the plants, you guys, the Hoyas that I am grateful for to have in my collection, and really is an honor for these Hoyas because y'all know I have pretty much almost like 100 different species. So to pick these 12 really was not hard for me to do, amazingly. Sometimes when I have to pick plants that I really want to show you guys and they're part of a large collection, it's challenging for me to do so. But it wasn't the case with this one. So yeah, let me know what plants in your collection you are grateful for having in your collection, and maybe if you want to share a tidbit as to why they are your favorite or why you're grateful for these plants. I would love to read your thoughts. Don't forget, you guys, keep pushing those thumbs up, up, and up. I appreciate your support. I appreciate y'all hyping me. For those of y'all that's taking time out of your busy day to do both, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It's really helping my channel out, which is one of my ultimate goals of just growing the plant community in this beautiful, safe space that I'm trying to create. Cannot do it without you. So yeah, keep in mind, if you love foliage as much as I do and you love listening to planty things, if I haven't said it enough, please subscribe to this channel. Please continuously push those thumbs up. Enjoy your day wherever you are in the world. And until next time, guys, much love. Bye.